It's day number 15, and I just realized something really important. I would be a terrible influencer. I don't wake up at 5 a.m. and drink lemon water. I wake up like a raccoon that fell asleep in somebody's recycling bin. I say so much I could be sponsored by Awkward Silences. Look, if I ever post a morning routine, just know that I've been kidnapped and replaced by some clone that uses serums or something. Shit, I'm gonna end up doing a morning routine one of these days. Anyways, it is a beautiful day outside here. Once again, it's gonna storm. Somehow we have become Florida and Costa Rica all wrapped into one. Every time I turn around, there's gonna be some kind of thunderstorm. It's sunny right now, but I can already hear thunder going off in the distance. So you really can't plan for anything right now. I've barely gotten to actually use the outdoor space. I had just redone a bunch of these things here so we can enjoy this being right by the water. And the weather's just been so all over the place, whether it's just been outrageously humid or just so many thunderstorms, it's completely unpredictable. And we're right here in a wind channel where when hurricane kind of winds start coming through here, it just really whips up. Like you have no idea what kind of weather you're going to get down here whenever it rains. So you got to kind of batten down the hatches. In fact, my friend's up there right now trying to fix a leaky old fireplace that's, it's not used as a fireplace anymore, but the brick is just absorbing water so much that it's starting to leak inside the house. And it's such a massive fireplace that it's really hard to just remove out of the house. So at this point, until some other projects are done on the house, we're actually just going to completely tarp over it because it's just absorbing water as it comes in. So kind of a pain in the butt. It's already getting really, really humid out here. It's already getting really, really hot. But it's nice to get out here and get a little bit of sun in between my poker sessions. So work was long yesterday. It started off really, really well, and then I just stared at paint dry for 6 hours after that. Still a fantastic day. You got to take the good with the bad. Trying to keep up with the daily routine is, not the easiest thing when you have other projects going on. And I'm also getting so excited by some of the projects I'm really creating. And a lot of those projects are just more organizational. And if you understand ADHD at all, having systems in place are really, really beneficial for those of us with ADHD. So I'm trying to really nail down those systems, but unfortunately, it's just taken so much time to really figure out the nitty-gritty details on things. Unfortunately, it's kind of taken away from the things I need to do otherwise, and getting in poker hours, and getting in Da Vinci training, getting in vlogging. So doing this daily as a vlog is a difficult thing to do. It's not easy to sit here and come up with different things to talk about every single day. And maybe that's part of the problem. I'm trying to force it too much. I'm trying to think of things to talk about when instead of just actually talking about what's going on in my day, just trying to get a little bit better at talking on the microphone. Just getting better at talking to the camera itself. Maybe that's what I should be talking about, is the struggles with being ADHD and trying to get into the creative process. It's been very difficult to kind of organize my thoughts and, keep things consistent with where I want to go with things. And that's been the interesting thing with ChatGPT is, it's not writing anything for me. It's not creating any of these videos, but it is helping me organize my thoughts. I've actually kind of trained it on myself. I've even allowed it to, have insights to my journal, which I've kept for years, because there's no damaging information that I'm worried about publicly getting out there or anything. But it has allowed it to really understand who I am and what kind of person I am, and understand my humor and my characteristics. And it's allowed me to really kind of fine tune where I want to go with this challenge. And I know after I am done with this challenge where I'm talking to the camera, I want to get better at, actually shooting the videos themselves. So right now I have not been focusing too much on the cinematography aspect of things and worrying about how to use the cameras and all that kind of stuff. That's why I've really just been sticking to the Action 5 and occasionally the Insta360, but I haven't really sat down and tried to, understand how to work with those. So that is going to be the next projects that I work on. They're not going to be daily vlogs. I can't do that. I think I'm going to continue to do vlogs, but I don't think they're going to be daily anymore. I really just wanted to get better at talking on camera And, part of that is just knowing what you're going to talk about and being able to just kind of riff off of that. So I think I'll probably at some point go through a deeper video where I talk a little bit more about how I'm using ChatGPT to help with my ADHD, because I think that might help some other people that are out there. And even if you don't have ADHD, just on how it can help you with, some of the organizational skills to piece these things together. And I'm sure there's plenty of, channels out there that are, written completely by AI or even using AI characters. But I don't find those very interesting, and just judging from comment sections on a lot of videos, I don't think a lot of other people do either. I think it's very easy to recognize when somebody's real personality is not coming out or when something is just completely fake. So, you can use it to assist you in finding different ways to, be creative or to bring out that creative thought train that's inside of you. But having it completely replaced for you, I just don't think, that's a very genuine thing to do. I don't think that people will latch onto that. If you look at the most successful guys out there, one of the things that, really attracts people to those kind of videos is just how genuine and insightful they are into who they really are. I hate to throw around the word authenticity, but it really does matter, especially with where we're heading into the AI phase of things. It's inevitable, it's going to happen, but I think if you can find ways to utilize it as a tool to help you streamline your processes, for me, instead of having to, type up, hey, let me set my schedule and let me move this around, let me type this whole thing out. I can just narrate like, hey, this is what I want to do today. I'm going to wake up at this time, or I just woke up. I need to eat real quick. I need to go to the gym. I'll be back at 10:30. I need to, I want to get an hour of this in. I want to get an hour of this in. I need to leave for work by this time. And I also want to fit this in here. Go ahead and make me out an entire schedule, and it will map out my whole schedule. And then I can take that, copy paste into a shortcut that I made in Apple Shortcuts that just automatically imports everything into my calendar and just simplifies my life. So something that would have taken me 15, 20 minutes, now I can do in 1 or 2 minutes. And that allows me to free up time to actually do the creative things that I want to do. So I will go deeper into some of the systems that I've actually done at some point, but I don't think I'm going to be doing that in a vlogging video. So today, I just wanted to make sure that I got out here to, reach out to you guys. I've had a few people reach out to me that are in, similar situations in the creative process where they're just getting used to it. And again, I'm still going to recommend that you, start off with doing this as a vlogging challenge, because this allows you to kind of get used to talking to the microphone. This allows you to get used to trying to use a script and realizing that a script may or may not work for you. In most cases, I found that listening to other creators talk about this, scripting does not work well for them at all. It might work if you're doing like educational videos or something like that, but it's better off just having an idea of what you want to talk about. So just getting into that creative process and having an idea in your head what you want to talk about that day really, really helps you. And the vlogging challenge is really helping me do that, because I'm learning. Sometimes I sit down and I start talking, I'm like, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about today. Some days I have something completely kind of mapped out, or I have some ideas of different subjects that I want to talk about that day. So that's really helping me organize this, and it's allowing me to do short videos with minimal editing that allow me to be more interactive and talk with the camera and talk with the audience out there and get used to doing this. So I think everybody, if you're going to get into the creative world of doing that, where you want to do talking videos, start off with the vlogging challenge, because it's just going to it's going to help you really hone down some of those skills of being able to, number one, talk to the camera. Number two, being able to piece together your thoughts, what you want to talk about for the day. And you can do some light scripting, some light ideas, some little lines or something that you want to do. But you'll probably learn fairly quickly that, scripting out an entire video is just not going to work. I really urge anybody to start trying to do this vlogging challenge. It's okay. It doesn't matter if anybody watches it. You're going to watch it. You're going to watch it as you're editing it. You're going to find the things that you don't like. And eventually you might get some other people like I have that are, latching on. You get a couple of subscribers, you get some people that are in a similar situation, and it just starts picking up momentum from there. So, really, get out there, just start doing a vlogging challenge. It's okay. It doesn't matter if anybody watches it, you know, I made sure that I'm not telling anybody about this, my friends. I mean, they know I'm doing it. My one closest friend, you know, said, "Oh, yeah, I should go check it out." And it's like, you know what? I'm actually not sending out that channel to anybody yet. I don't actually want people that I know watching this yet, because right now this is for me. This is not for anybody else. So, you know, if other people naturally find my videos and, you know, identify with it, that's great. But I kind of wanted to leave my friends out of that, because then I might feel an extra pressure to perform or be better on the camera or something like that. So, you know, I think it's fine to, you know, not tell, you know, your direct friends on what you're doing with that. Anyway, I'm not trying to be an influencer. You know, I'm just trying to be better at being on camera, being a better storyteller, and see if I can make something cool along the way. So yeah, I'll go ahead and get this up and posted, head off to work, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for vlog number 16. Peace.